Have you ever fallen down that Reddit rabbit hole? You know, the one. You start with a funny meme, and 3 hours later, you're deep in some obscure subreddit, reading stories that make the hair on your arms stand up. That was me last Tuesday. I was scrolling through Our New Sleep, my usual haunt for a late-night thrill. The stories are usually great, well-written, spooky, but you always know, deep down, they're just fiction, right? I stumbled upon a post titled, "Don't read this story alone." Classic clickbait, I thought, but I clicked anyway. The story was weird from the start. It was about a character who becomes obsessed with a story they find online, a story that seems to know things about them. The writing was hypnotic, pulling me in deeper with every paragraph. The narrator in the story described their room, their creaky floorboard, the flickering lamp on their desk, and with a growing sense of unease, I realized they were describing Asterisk. My Asterisk room, I laughed it off. Coincidence. There are probably thousands of people with a similar setup. But then the story mentioned a small, crescent-shaped scar on the narrator's left thumb. I froze. I have that exact scar from a stupid accident with a craft knife when I was a kid. My heart started pounding. This wasn't a coincidence. I kept reading, my curiosity now mixed with a heavy dose of dread. The story detailed the narrator's growing paranoia, how they felt watched, how they started seeing shadows moving in their peripheral vision. As I read those words, I could have sworn I saw a flicker of movement by my own doorway. I told myself it was just my mind playing tricks on me, that the power of suggestion was getting to me. I decided to close the tab, to just go to bed and forget about it. But I couldn't. I had to know how it ended. The story described the narrator refreshing the page, only to find the story had changed. The text was different, updated. It was now describing Asterisk, them Asterisk, sitting at their computer, reading. My breath hitched. My hand trembled as I moved the mouse and clicked the refresh button on my own browser. The page reloaded. The text, it had changed. The last paragraph was new. It read, "He feels the cold dread wash over him. He knows this isn't a story anymore. He looks at his screen, at these very words, and understands that I can see him. He's even thinking about refreshing the page again, just to see what I'll write next. Go on. I'm waiting." My blood ran cold. This couldn't be happening. It had to be some kind of incredibly sophisticated prank, some kind of interactive website trick. I refreshed again. A new line appeared. "Still here, you're braver than I thought. Or maybe just more foolish." Did you hear that? The floorboard outside your door, the one that always creaks. And then I heard it, a soft, unmistakable asterisk. Creak asterisk from the hallway. I slammed my laptop shut. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on my bed, staring at the door, listening to every tiny sound the house made. The next morning, I felt foolish. It was just a story, a very clever one that used common fears and coincidences to create a personalized horror experience. Sunlight streamed through my window, and the fear from the night before seemed distant and silly. I convinced myself it was all in my head, but my curiosity was an annoying thing. After a full day of trying to forget it, I found myself opening my laptop again that night. I had to see. I navigated back to the post. It was still there, and it had been updated. A new sentence was at the end, a sentence that wasn't there before. It read, "I was wondering when you'd be back. I missed you. I haven't been able to stop. Every day, I check the story. And every day, there's a new line, a new detail about my life, my thoughts, my fears. It knows what I ate for breakfast. It knows I had a fight with my sister over the phone. It knows I'm terrified. The story is no longer about a fictional narrator. It's about me." The lines are short now, more personal. "You look tired today," it said yesterday. "You should get more sleep." It feels like I'm in a conversation with something that sees everything I do. I've tried to find the author, to report the post, but it's like they're a ghost. The user profile is blank, created the same day the story was posted. No one else has commented on the post. It's just for me. It's like the story is alive, or something is living inside it. I've started talking back. Not by commenting, but in my head. I'll think a question, and sometimes, when I refresh the page, an answer will be there. I asked it what it wants. The reply was simple and chilling. To keep writing our story. Together, I don't know what to do. I feel trapped. Part of me is terrified, but another, darker part of me is intrigued. I have to know what happens next. The story has become my life, or my life has become the story. I'm writing this down, sharing this with you, because the story told me to. The last line, the one I just read a few minutes ago before I started recording this, said, "It's time to let others in on our little secret. Tell them what's happening. Tell them to find our story. Maybe one of them will be next." So, I don't know if this is a warning or an invitation, but the story is still up on Reddit. The title is, "Don't Read This Story Alone. If you find it, ... Be careful. Be very, very careful. And whatever you do, don't refresh the page. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. If there is one.